lust, magic that they are sending to Honorable Feminine is being rerouted. Okay, it is being rerouted. Okay, so some of you, many of you, this has been happening more often than you even know. Okay, especially if you're in a cult town. Okay, where there's a lot of people that, you know, they know the craft, but they are not well individuals. Okay, so okay, so this is the reading. We got some cards out. We'll get the layers here in a moment. So like today, if you all see me on my TikTok early this morning, I was on my son's patio, okay? And I broke the mode. I broke the routine, okay? I discovered that I was gonna have to continue to get more and more about me here and there. Sleep. And when I say simply just sleep at their spot, at their home, that's literally the only thing that I was allowed to do. So it wasn't a situation where it was like I was a roommate or I was able to have any of my belongings there or get any mail, nothing like that. They wanted, and I respect, minimum interference is just act of kindness. You know, they sensed and discerned and trusted, and I agreed, built that. They, you know, it's like, very well, you know, not all the time, not every day, but here and there, let us know, or here you go. And but sleep, okay? And even minimum. So it's not even like you can sleep for a full 8 hours. It's, you can sleep, you know, just for the intensive purposes of you don't have anywhere to live, your son has somewhere to go, you're not a resident, and you are trying to not allow yourself to get entrapped by what you suspect these people are trying to do. So I already lost one, okay, one of those people. And the only reason why it happened is because it did get compromised, and it was clear they didn't want any problems, they didn't want people coming there, they didn't want any issues and weirdness. So I have one more. Now here's the thing. I did something strategic. I changed up my routine. I prepared in advance for that because I knew that they're trying to track like my sleep patterns and stuff like that. So I flipped something around so that I can get up and do a few things, which is why there was readings last night and different things that happened, okay? So what I did, I think it was before the readings, I possibly did this. Or did I do it? No, it was after. Yep. Okay. I shook up the program. I shook up my own routine. I did something that they were not expecting. Even still, they had individuals, because again, this is kind of around the clock sort of thing. And when you have various people in a complex, you know, people who, some don't have jobs, some are addicts, some are whatever the case, okay? And so I still did something very strategic, which is, you know, no purse, no phone, okay? And my jammies. Because again, in this situation, that's really essentially all that I was ever allowed to do at either of these two places. It was never roommate, live in, none of that, okay? Very minimum, not even a full 8 hours, not even on a regular everyday basis, those two places. Now, the one, remember, I speak of how I've always done everything for a reason, even in Texas. Everything was always thought of and planned. I was guided and strategically trying to create the best possible scenario for my son and myself with minimum chaos, with as minimum interference and inconvenience as possible to suit budget, to suit time saving, to do it quick. If I need to get to a store, I can do it quick. Everything so that it'll be a little bit smoother than what it was. Okay? Now, which means this, I was already planning. There was one already in Beaumont, and then there was one that was preparing to go to Beaumont, and I always knew that. Okay? Now, because of, I have to move strategically, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. So I shook up the deal. I knew there was a possibility that I would still be seen, but I knew that it may be minimum. Especially if I came out, there's no purse, I don't have on clothes, I don't have, you know, if I came out like that, it's, oh, they're just taking out the trash. Oh, they're just checking the mailbox. Oh, you know, okay. I knew that. Around because it's dark, it's night, and most people are in that house and sleep, and so blah, 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 blah. I knew that too. Okay? So, it was fresh. Now, in this case, I only did it for a couple of hours. I think it was about maybe an hour and a half to 2 at the most that I spent away. Okay? And that little smell was refreshing for that little moment, bitch. Okay? It was refreshing. Now, follow me. Come back to my son's spot. I already know the deal. The noisemakers they have their schedule. They do this, okay, as long if on the premises or if they got somebody on the premises sometimes, because they have people in lieu of them sometimes. So, I already knew that. I do have noise canceling earphones that I utilize. Hold on one second, let me check on something. Okay, so my son has his own, okay, so my son has his own sets of earphones. Okay, and then I use noise canceling earphones. You can hook them up to anything, especially if they're Bluetooth and stuff like that. So we already kind of made our way, made our way through all of their little shenanigans. Because again, even though I've complained and I sent several different emails and blase, there's no. Okay, so you know it's intentional, like la ha ha, I don't care, you know, they're on my side anyway, they're a part of it, ha ha, I don't care, it's after the hours, I'm going to, you know, we'll do it. Okay, very well, don't matter, me pay. Okay, very well, don't matter, me pay my attention no more. So then as I came back, it was like I came back and it was like, it wasn't long as I came back that it started, which let me know, remember, pattern recognition, that let me know that, either way this go, even though I didn't even have my device. You see how I'm doing this? Even though I did not have electronics on my person, on my body, that let me know that these people are watching. Okay? Let me know. So I smiled as I came back, and I think it was maybe about 30 minutes or so. I kind of smirked and chuckled. And I was refreshed because I had already gotten sleep early. I already flipped the switch. So it wasn't like I was tired or anything like that. I was refreshed. Plus, I had got some time away in a very refreshing environment. I was feeling some kind of way. I was feeling inspired. I was like, bitch. So I came on, did the discussion. Some of you have seen this, where I was talking about just think about it and the fact that some of us don't even know who we really are. Okay? That whole fucked up shit. Okay? Then, so that was that. I ended that, and I think maybe a little bit after that, I went onto my son's patio. Now, I did this because since I've had him in Beaumont, I haven't really done it a lot. And the reason why I haven't really done it a lot is because, well, his patio is facing a main street, Northwest Parkway, which is where a lot of activity, not just the people from Delta Manor in general, because it's right, of course, the mall. So I kind of was like, I did put him some like, curtain things there and stuff like that, but it was like, But I decided to shift gears. I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway. Let me open the curtains. It's in the wee hours of the morning. It was around 7-ish, a.m.-ish, that frame, Central Standard Time. And I, sit out and it was kind of chit-chatting, shooting the breeze, talking about, what I took delight in, instead of always talking about the trash, right? The trash bag. So I was like, okay, hey, bittersweet. Okay, his patio at what he gets to look at across the street. I love nature if you haven't picked that up yet. So all those beautiful trees, all of that grass, just a vast land. Sometimes you see deer come out. Sometimes it just depends. If you catch it, you'll see deer, you'll see doves, you'll see swans, or whatever the fuck them big white flyy thingies are. Okay? Gorgeous, okay? Very refreshing. Lots of natural grass, okay? There's like a little hill where his unit is. But, so I was like, yeah, sometimes you gotta just like, this is how you recapture seeing the forest amidst the sleeves. Okay? Because all the antics is so that you can't at the end of the day. Right? The art of distraction, the art of misdirection. Right? Pull your attention back to me, feed me energy. So I was talking about, the stalkers a little bit. I added that in there. I was giving the layout so people can see, like, okay, you tell me, riddle me this. What's the likelihood? Okay, you see his location. You see, how far it is from the actual sidewalk. You see that, there's like a hill. So what, shit is going upward, bitch? You see that. So riddle me this. What is the likelihood? Okay. So I did show all of that. I talked about the circuit. I talked about how that's a part of what they're doing. And because this location is like a circuit, it is circular, where it's like there's these malls and plazas and stores, and you can basically Old Dowling Road, West Parkway, and then if you go through these mall plazas, okay, so they can just basically circle about. And then since the complex does not have any gates, then anything goes, essentially. Okay. So, boom, I talked about that. Now, it was sprinkling a little bit, very lightly. It wasn't heavy rain, and it only sprinkled for a very short period of time. And as I was, chit-chatting with y'all, some of you, if you were there, and I'm very observant, but they know this. I believe that they know it, but in some cases, I don't think they think that I'm gonna maybe always catch some of what they do. Okay, some stuff they want me to know and they want me to see because, I'm in your face. I'm gonna show up wherever you are, blase, blase, blase. Okay, I'm gonna stomp, I'm gonna make noise, I'm gonna do rituals, I'm gonna do this and that, blah, 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 blah. Some stuff, because some stuff is more effective if the person doesn't know. So I believe that there's some things that they do want me to see that they're doing, and then there's other things that they don't want me to know because ignorance. If I don't know they did it, So as I was standing on the patio on live on my TikTok, I was observing the trees. I was like on his gate, like a rail. I was on the rail, which lets me know that people was possibly driving around, letting them know where I was standing. I did see somebody big old head peep around the first half of building 6. Okay, that's one thing I saw, and I laughed. It's even recorded because I was like, oh, I saw that. I saw that big head, and I chuckled. Okay, then I want to say that could have happened first. Not long after that, not long after I saw somebody's big head, then all of a sudden, coming from upstairs was this black, grayish, fuzz, soot looking dust sprinkles. Okay? And it was dense enough for it wasn't rain, any of those things. It was distinctive. I just happened to. Okay. And in this case, this was graveyard shit or death shit. Okay. That they were sprinkling. Now, mind you, these are people that's possibly been sprinkling this around my son's patio the entire time, because I've told you guys I've caught several people over the here. I've caught them walking their dogs, lingering about, peeping over on more than one occasion. Okay, and these are people that I know connected to an ex of mine. Okay, or as was not currently, but I do know that. Okay. So you all have seen the videos where, there's dirty diapers, garbage bags. You all have seen that. Okay. By the way, I've reported all these things. So, they sprinkled the dust. So I'm aware of it. Collective, this is some stuff. This is on being done to seeds, earth angels, those that are, on this ascension or whatever you want to name it, those that may have an inheritance, those that may be, those that were sacrificed by the handlers or the people they grew up with or their parents for money, and so as a result, you were sold to the children of the corn. That's my inside joke. Okay? In other words, off the map to some rural bumpkin country, land, city, where you were supposed to just be a statistical tragedy. Okay? And so I laughed. I kept going on the video because I wasn't going to let that stop me. But I did curse them, and I did do my own form of work in that moment, and I did something else later after that. Okay? Now, this has been happening repetitively. People putting stuff at his front door. People burying papers in the dirt near his unit. People literally putting the garbage on his patio, not just near his patio, on it. And ain't no wind that tough, and there's no kid that's that dumb. that thinks that my son's patio is accidentally the garbage can. Okay. And I don't have connections to where it'll be some rando stray stranger walking down the street and would just simply decide to walk all the way up the hill through the grass to put a dirty bag of diapers on his patio. So guess what's happening? All of this is being rerouted in real time. What came out, Harlequin effect, it says the shadow energy of honorable feminine is being used to defeat their enemies. Harlequin effect came out as your lead feminine. It says feminine proved them all wrong. They hate this. Gods and goddesses, ancestors are granting you the proof and the truths and the facts. Child, we have complete clarity here. We have Neo effect, a masculine waking up in its own. We have steady financial increase and growth. This is something to do with people being upset because you were starting to balance out. So they wanted to create a problem for you so that you couldn't keep that stability. So they could have been bothered by the fact money, or you were no longer a beggar, or you were putting yourself in position to where you can, since people complain that everybody a gold digger and everybody is always looking for a come up off somebody else, blah, blah, blah. And they had a problem with that. Okay, we have grace and more grace. Then we have, there's a masculine to a karmic. So there's a masculine that is fighting with the karmic right now. And it says, your threats. So these karmics are threatening some masculine somewhere. And it says here, your threats won't matter soon. I'm going to choose. I'm going to go ahead and choose just to heal and to face the music. Okay. Then we have telekinesis. Wow, moving things in other locations. So this is where I really want to go here. And then we have water signs over there. So people, it's when I said it's being rerouted, it is. Telekinesis, moving things, what they're sprinkling is being rerouted. It says moving things in other locations. Water signs, Neo effect. Masculine said he don't care. He's fighting with the karmic, saying he don't care about their threats. Complete clarity. Child. So it's being rerouted. Okay? It's being rerouted, collective. But I had to share this whole story because for many of you, this is what's constantly going on. And sometimes people do need to hear the long form. It's a better and deeper picture that is not fluky, it's not paranoia, it's not isolated events. This has been systematically done. Yep, deceit is in the reverse and honesty is in the upright. Child. Feminine, people didn't expect you were going to end up being that sharp. These people created a force to be reckoned with. This is the side product that they were not expecting to be birthed out of torturing you. Because you saw their big head. You saw that big ass shadow. you know what I'm saying, of that person peeping. And then after that, all of a sudden, this dirt does come from the upstairs person over your patio, your kid's patio. They didn't expect that. They created it. They created it. Ooh, they did. It's being rerouted. It's being rerouted. Their death magic, graveyard dirt, death dust, their crossing work, their confusion, imprisonment, whatever this is. There's an oath. It's being rerouted. 49. You made an oath to yourself, possibly. It's got 49 right here. Or there's a masculine that's making an oath. Somebody, because this is a man. Say, it's being rerouted. People who made an oath to fuck with you, that shit is being rerouted, nigga. That shit being rerouted. It could be being rerouted by a masculine ancestor. A masculine spirit, you know, kind of energy, ancestor, spirit guide, whatever you want to call it, okay? Because it's a masculine form here. Maybe this person, let me see. How old am I? I'm 49, 50, 51, 52. They would have been 52 by now. So, hold on, I'm thinking in 2019. Okay, boom, bitch. We have what? 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How old was he? I think he was 47. Maybe somebody died at 49. If this is a passed on person, okay? But it's being rerouted. Yep. Oh, I have the fledging is going in the reverse. This is the reroute. That's the reroute. Because see, these people are attacking you. This is what they've been doing, wanting you to feel like, oh, help me. Oh, you know, trying to, you know, some of these people could have been attacking like your breast, could have been attacking your skin, your hands, you know, with magic here. The fledging, that, you know, hoping that this would wear you out with this number 1 in the reverse. People who made an oath to try to keep you in continual torture is now being rerouted. This will not be successful. Success is in the reverse. People who've made an oath to stop your success. Because this is their loyalty. Stevie Bay. Maybe somebody's with an S. 33. So, yeah, this is being rerouted. You're trapped in the reverse. And anybody who made oaths in order to free themselves, it's being rerouted. I told you. Cycles, I told you. This is a rerouting card. Reverse. It's in the reverse. It's in the reverse. I don't know if it's an entity. If the entity itself, oh shit, it's Ooh-wee. Yeah, because this is serious. They're about to find this out. That they shouldn't have played with shit. They shouldn't have been sprinkling shit. Yeah, this complications that they created here. These cycles of complicating things with their little rituals and dust and shit is about to be exposed. Denial is in the reverse. Because there's energy that's taking this very seriously. What they to complicate your life. Because you're the high priestess of spirit. And this could be pertaining to dark practitioners. To try to stop you from standing up for yourself, defending yourself. Obedience. 48, 12. This could have been something that happened in December. Yeah, they don't have any self-worth. Yeah. All this stuff that they've been doing to try to make you feel some kind of way, that all of these people been in the background sabotaging. They've been using their connections. So, ooh, let me make them doubt themselves because I'm texting the bitch over in building 4, and then I'm texting the nigga over in building 7, and then I'm texting the nigga over there in building 5, and then I'm texting, you know what I'm saying, wooty woo, wooty woo. Movement. You're going to have 2 energies coming through for you that's rerouting this shit. Or you yourself are doing something to reroute it because you're high priest spirit. And you're grounding it in, you're moving it. It says movement. I told you. And then with telekinesis, yeah, you moving. They dust, honey. They can sprinkle dust all 24 hours a day. That shit's gonna be. Let's clarify what this masculine. Why is he arguing with this karmic? Because it's going down. He's possibly arguing with them today. If he ain't yet, by the time you see this video, I'm telling y'all, because virtually every night here at my son's spot, this is always after hours, it's after 10 p.m. They get the sudden cases of, I need to move some tables around. They get the sudden cases, because you can tell the way it's moving. That they need to move tables around, that they're heavy-footed. For 2 hours straight. Sometime longer than that. So what's going on with this masculine that's saying to this karmic, your threats won't matter soon because I am choosing to heal and face the music. So what are they fighting about or arguing about? What's going on between this masculine and this karmic mate? Something to do with soul, moving, physical location, change. Cleansing. Okay, so he's going to try to clean up his mess. Yeah, poison. Toxic, unhealthy behavior. They're arguing about this toxicity, the masculine and this karmic right now. That they, yeah. Ooh, he ain't, ooh. Yeah, family. This could be his family members. Okay. Or people who he thought was family, or the family members that were involved. That's what they're fighting about right now. Threatened, embarrassed. He's upset that these people are continuing to try to do shit to you because they feel threatened. Okay? 2 or more people discussing and planning. He could be threatening them too. Pause, timing factor. Took a break. Obsession. He could be saying something like, y'all ain't changing. You just took a break. You all think this is a game. You all think this is a show. You're obsessed with trying to cause delays. You're obsessed because you're trying to bring toxicity to this person. You keep trying to uproot them because you feel threatened and embarrassed. What else they fighting behind? The past. Entrapment. Settlement. Unconditional love. So, and generosity. There it is. And love affair. Here it is. So they're arguing about this, you know. In the past, they agreed to attract feminine. They're possibly upset that these men care for you. Maybe these men agree to leave you alone and never see you again, never talk to you. Yeah. And this is somebody dirty little secret down low lockbox. Yeah. Ooh-wee. Retaliation, yeah. He's basically, they're arguing about this retaliatory behavior, this toxic behavior, because he had an affair or because in the past he agreed whatever here to entrap, but lo and behold, he cares for the person, or that he was generous to the person at some point, or he don't want to be generous to them anymore. Yeah, they fighting retaliation. That they were basically getting revenge and taking, you know, continuing to take shit out on you. That's what they're doing. Feminine, maybe you speak out about some of this shit and they feel threatened and embarrassed about the fact that you're on the money. Retaliation, lost, ghosted, blocked, cut off. Yeah. So they're arguing about, hey, look, maybe they felt ghosted and blocked off, and so now they're trying to retaliate against the feminine. Goodness. Yeah. Paying people to do shit out of retaliation. He also could be arguing because, hey, I paid you all to leave it alone. I agreed to not talk to this person anymore. I agreed. You said, you know, You don't want me to ever see them and talk to them and blase blase ever again and blue do 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 do. I agreed. And yet y'all still out here doing shit. Be saying like they're holding on to the past. Yeah, he's done. Ciao. What is this proof and truth? The proof and truth here regarding this death magic, these spell work, dust, graveyard dirt. Concern is in the reverse. Official person is in the reverse. So yeah, this proof and truth is going to kick out any need to worry. Mature man in the reverse. Thoughts. Privileged lady reverse. Yeah, proofs about what people were doing to try to drive you nuts here with this 16 energy. Could be a tower. What people were doing to steal from you, take from you, block you, to stop you. A wealthy man that was wealthy and involved. And this false person. So you're getting proofs and truths about this. These karmics, these immature energies, people's crazy family, and people who was stealing and doing stuff to you for money. And this main female in the reverse, this younger woman, possibly the one who put the sprinkle dust or whoever they're working for. Maybe you're going to get the proof, truths, names, all that are involved, or something like that. What is the Neo effect? Somebody coming out them Saturn box controls. I just saw it. What is this Neo effect? It says the mask up. And that is on. Neo effect. What is this? Yeah, unicorn in the reverse. This masculine could have been into a very interesting sexual lifestyle, unbeknownst to you. And he may be no longer in those things. He could be going through the dark night of the soul. He may look at you like a unicorn. Cult leader. He is on now. He fencing to deal with them. It's on now. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I'm not saying that like the sprinkle lady in TikTok. I'm just saying sprinkle, sprinkle, because these people have been sprinkling shit for a long time. In your food, anywhere near where you frequent, your children, where you live, where they live. Yeah, fake oracle here. Trying to take you out. Some kind of so-called fashion witch, which is an energy vampire. All right, he finna take their ass out. He finna put them in their place. This masculine is finna put this motherfucker, stay in your lane, stay in your lane. He finna put these bitches and these niggas in their place hard. Yeah, because he's like, these bitches, it's time for them to go. Yep, shadow is in the reverse. I told you, he's waking up. He is overcoming, you know, this shadow side of himself. And he's seeing the mask that these bitches been wearing. He see them as narcissists now. This could be his family. People he thought of as family. Someone he's married to or lived with, something like that. Or somebody he grew up with. He see the jealousy now. Okay, collective. This masculine can see that in these situations and circumstances. Yeah, he's breaking free of the trauma bond. He can be, taking care of himself, and that people was jealous of you being able to take care of yourself. Or for some of you, because you are a starseed or some shit like that. Or your intuition. I just looked at the third eye, because you got some kind of keen intuition here. And so they keep trying to put you in a box. They keep trying to control you and shit like that. Black square here. Billionaires here. Ooh-wee. For some of you, this may be a masculine that you may not necessarily know. For some of you. A cult leader or somebody, they're seeing that these people are cults. They employed and got cults to do shit to you. Yeah, they're looking at this as disgusting. These people, he ain't simping, and he feels like this is disgusting. He don't want them no more. He see these people for what they are, trolls. Trolls, always trying to steal someone else's destiny and legend here. He's saying clearly that the collective ain't crazy. Child. That's what's happening with the Neo effect over there. How you doing? Okay, let's wrap her up. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify why Harlequin is about to take these people down with their death magic. Cause look, the devil, you're the master of the devil. Cat. Ooh wee. You're the master of the devil. You're the master. Something like that. You're determined. Certain aspects of you. The edge. In the name of bringing justice. What these people are doing. How is this feminine defeating these people with their graveyard dirt and death dust, weird shit that they're doing? Sprinkle, sprinkle. How is the Honorable Feminist defeating these people? We already know that it's rerouting, but what is this? How is she doing that? With je ne sais quoi. Seven of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. She's possibly very smart and strategic. Seven of Wands, she's fighting. She see their sneaky ways. 7-7, she can see it. She automatically knows. Okay? She automatically knows. She is defending and protecting herself. And with her feathers, because it was a peacock. So she could be exposing via being herself as she strut, exposing what these people are up to. Eight of, what is this? No, Five of Swords is in the reverse. She's putting them to shame. She's rerouting the attacks. Five of Swords. She's putting them to shame. The Sun in reverse. What they're doing. Ace of Cups in the reverse. There's the look at. And Page of Cups in the upright. There's her reroute. She is rerouting. She's exposing these people's immaturity. She's exposing how unloving or sneaking and doing. She's also bringing clarity and communicating in such a way that's honorable to help people to see that there's something wrong with these people. Okay? To help people to see that these people do not love themselves or anybody else. They're very unloving and very petty and very immature here. Possibly these people are always trying to play with herbs and plants and whatever the fuck else. Love spells. Yeah, Five of Wands is in the reverse. She's bringing this to the forefront. And she's like, oh, sneaky, sneaky. Okay. Well, I'm honorable. So this energy is going to command. It's going to. Because what you're doing is not honorable. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I told you. Reroute. And Temperance, because she's a Temperance angel. She's a master of elements or something like that. She knows how to balance the energies. She knows how to alchemize. And because she's honorable, the command is going to stick. This is not honorable and this is not justified command. I do not accept. And I require. She's embracing her dark side. I saw the Sun in the reverse. She's very strategic. She's communicating. She's gonna make these people regret fucking with her. Ten of Wands is in the reverse. So she uses her sadness, her grief for alchemy. She uses their energy, their immaturity, and their investment. And then she closes it out. That's how she's doing it. Ten of Cups in the reverse. She's exposing everything that these people are doing. She alchemizes this energy. She has patience. She's grounded. She's possibly grounding herself and working with the elements and closing it out with the world. Yeah, I told you. Validating the reading, honey. Death in the reverse. Death in the reverse. Nine of Wands. Death in the reverse. She's like, She believes in herself. And she is rerouting this. Page of Wands. She's also holding on to maybe positive vibes. Good news in her life. She is the Empress, nigga. She is the Empress. With Temperance here, Empress here, She knows she's dealing with pumpkin heads. Mental patients over here trying to wear her out. She facing her fears, honey. The moon is in the reverse, these illusions. She's exposing this shit so that people can know these are pumpkin heads. Ain't nobody stopped doing the shit they doing, for those of you who know about it. They pumpkin heads. Ain't nothing stopped. If they lost somebody, they have not allowed that loss to give them any kind of wisdom whatsoever. Four of Wands, yeah. She's taking care of home. She's protecting. She's defending. She's vanishing with that Seven of Wands. And exposing, like I said, Two of Swords in reverse. She know what she's doing. She sees clearly what's happening, and she's going to make sure that the world know. Their little confusion magic and their little bindings and domination shit. Told you. Cutting out their illusion, exposing their illusion. This distorted high priestess here. High priestess is in the reverse. This distorted witch. Gone, feminine shit. Whoop, sick, whoop. And she's also managing, like I said, Two of Swords reverse. See clearly. Choice made. Empress here. Moon in the reverse. Temperance upright. Six of Swords. She is exposing them with every act, and she is also managing to continue to balance herself out and move into calmer water. She's helping herself to remain calm and grounded so that she can, first and foremost, Seven of Wands, their energy, but also so that she can communicate it, Five of Swords in the reverse, in a way with such honor and clarity that people are not going to be able to continue to deny like it's not happening. Okay? Ten of Cups. She's exposing people's families. She's exposing how these people are delusional, how they be hiding things and creating confusion, trying to create unhappiness for her, and that some of these people are unhappy, and as a result, they're doing things to her. This Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Because somebody passed on, or because somebody moved on from them, or feminine moved on from somebody. Yeah, this Queen of Swords in the reverse is doing spell work. Somebody is not mentally right. They're a liar. And they're a narcissist. And it could have been a King of Wands with a Queen of Swords in the reverse, pertaining to somebody that they were either attracted to or a relative. She's breaking the confusion. Two of Pentacles reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Nine of Pentacles. These people's codependency, their theft, their hell-bentness on trying to block her investments, her plans, her seeds, in secret. Following her around. I have the Page of Swords yet. Ace of Pentacles. Yes, she's using her gifts to do this. Feminine is using her gifts to do this, but she's also exposing how people were offered to do things to her. And then she's just following up with, when she does, catch acts, so that people can know if they were disillusioned, to think that any of these people had actually stopped. They hadn't. They just take instrumental breaks here and there, and maybe not even then. Okay, just the appearance of breaks. The Tower in the reverse. She sees what they're doing. Six of Cups. Two of Wands, and she blocks it. There's the reroute, and she blocks it. It may slow her down a little bit, if at all at this point, but she blocks it. Because she's honorable here. Nine of Cups in reverse, so they ain't gonna get no fulfillment on this. Six of Cups. Yeah, power and control, trying to have power and control over her. She's managing her energy properly. She's holding back when she needs to, but she's also holding it back with defense, her defense. And exposing how people are trying to play God in her life. King of Pentacles in reverse. And this Hermit reverse. People who, she's exposing. People who are going through dark nights of the soul. People who lack insight and do not within. People who are trying to disrupt her sage energy. She could be someone who values solitude. And these are people who are, you know, agents of chaos. They can't eat shit or breathe without sending the group text. Okay, so that's how you're defeating this if you're an honorable feminine. Ooh, child. Let me get you some final messages and shit, bitch. Woo. Okay, it's gonna be the tarot. I wonder if those are dry yet. Let's try this. Okay, so pertaining to this death shit, this graveyard shit, this sprinkle, this stalking, this employing and using people throughout the entire complexes or neighborhoods that these feminines frequent. What's the encouragement for her? Let me get an encouragement for her and for the masculine that's waking up, because whoever he is, even if she don't know him, whoever he is, we're going to get an encouragement for both of them, okay? What's the encouragement for this masculine that's in the Neo effect? Waking up, arguing with this karmic, about to go berserk on their ass. What's his encouragement? You Neo shit. Who you? Feminine learns the art of healthy detachment. This could be a masculine that wants to be your friend or has love for you or wants to come forward and give you a message. It may not be romantic necessarily, but realizing as they are evaluating the situation, okay, that you're not what people said. You're someone who has had to learn the art of healthy detachment, because staying attached to people who are not treating you properly is not loving and is sometimes downright dangerous. Learned something about self-worth. It's like, why are you going to try to fight and hold on to and claw for people who are making it known and obvious and clear that they don't want you? So there's an energy coming through. Maybe a water sign, maybe younger than you, with the Knight of Cups. So masculine, you may be being guided to go forward, encouraged to go forward and apologize. Okay, I have Seven of Wands is in the reverse. You may be being encouraged to take down your defenses if there's any, because it says spiritually demoted, too many violations. So whatever you have done, maybe you're guided to make it right. Why is Seven of Wands coming in the reverse as encouragement for the masculine? You could also be being encouraged to no longer protect and defend an unhealthy feminine energy with this Queen of Cups in reverse, or to not be afraid of facing you. Because it says feminine and her children is healing from dealing with cold-hearted folks in the reverse. Okay, to face whatever that is, and the unloving energies in your life, the masculine could be being guided. Stop protecting these people. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Stop protecting them. Stop defending them. Stop making excuses for them. Stand up to them. If something happened, maybe they're guided to come to feminine about all of that. If these women, you know, because women can be bullies. King of Wands, major changes in a positive way. There's positive changes here as you go forward with an offer to these, to honorable feminine. Or honor her gifts. Or tell her about this offer, whatever that Ace of Pentacles is. Feminine's ex-lover. So this definitely could be an ex-lover that's needing to come to you about how they were hating on you, how they were a part of this. And when they were ready, so they could be being guided, put this to a rest, put feminine's mind to a rest, put this to an end, and go heal via confession, telling her, be loyal to her, stop being stubborn, stop pussyfooting. This could be the masculine's advice. Be loyal to this feminine. Confess your involvement, that you were hating on her with these people. And go talk to her. Open up with the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Go open up to her. Okay? Even if they're scared, that this leads to major change in a positive way. They're encouraging them to be strong, be courageous, be a warrior with this King of Wands energy. Be a warrior. It's time for them to stand up and defend themselves from these toxic people. It's time for them to no longer protect and defend from them. It's time for them to become open to the honorable feminine and put this to an end, remove these people's ammo, and confess. Yeah, these ooh, I told y'all, Eight of Wands. These entities that they have summoned, see, I can't make it up. That's what it says on the card. And this is about entities. This is about death magic. This is about, listen, it says Eight of Wands, which is, I want to say it's Aries, Leo, Sag, but very fast. Okay? It's a very fast moving energy. This is travel. This is distance. This is internet. This is messages. This is also attacks. All these wands, entities that they summoned are angry. And they are. Because feminine and her team ain't having that. Okay, this may be encouragement for the masculine, could be scared. This may be encouragement for him to send a message, to travel, to confess. If he is a practitioner or if he knows anything about that, he may be being guided. Hey, stop pussyfooting. Get on your good foot. You know what I'm saying? Get on the good foot, get in your vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Get on the internet. You know, whatever you need to do. And you participate. You know these people are doing this to this lady. You need to get on your good foot her. Okay, they may need to, yeah. Because they didn't stand up for you before. And maybe that's what they're being called to do, and to be courageous. Yeah, because this man wanted to marry. Oh my God. Look, this card says, a masculine secretly wants to marry feminine. some masculine. It could be this one, feminine. So they're being guided to tell the truth about it. They're being guided maybe to move strategically. They're being guided to tell about what they snuck away and did due to somebody's toxic mother figure here. To come clean about these lies. To tell the truth about how they felt, because they could have denied it. You know, when people are scared and they're part of these cults and they're part of these groups and they participated in the fuckery. So they perpetuate the same story that your abusers are trying to perpetuate to the world because they're denying the truth. So it really makes you look crazy. Because then the man is saying, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. Because of them Jezebels that's bullying them and shit. Yeah, I told you. And make an offer. They may be telling them to make a plan. So, listen, build up their courage. Even though they're afraid of maybe how feminine's going to respond. Okay, but make a plan. King of Wands. This is going to lead to positive changes if they get into their courageous King of Wands energy. Be bold, be brave. Make a plan strategically. Don't share the plans. Don't mull it over with your circle. And admit something about this immaturity here. What they were offered. Some cases by your mother, divine feminine, because it says feminine's mother ain't no good. Or someone that you thought was your mother. Yeah, they're being guided to face their fears. Get out of their head. Nine of Swords, masculine in the reverse. To get away, there was too many toxic energies around this masculine, and this is feminine's exes. Man, this heartache, this betrayal, this third party shit, okay? There could be healing, maybe ease of mind could come from, you know, coming forward, even if it's just confessing. They could be being guided to, you know, not let you sit up there and stress, not sit up there and just hope that somebody else is gonna remedy it, somebody else is gonna bring the proof, somebody else. No, these men are being guided. No, you're responsible. You need. Even though you're gifted. They could be afraid that you're gifted, you know, because you see more than what folks think you do. 5 of Cups. They regret this, but they need to come forward. You're the legacy. 10 of Pentacles. It says these spells ain't gonna work on him anymore. As they move forward, the weight of these spells are not gonna be able to work on them either. They gotta break free and gotta honor their own guidance, and then this stuff will have less and less potency on them. But as long as they pussyfoot in, as long as they're appeasing them, as long as they clicking with them, okay, masculine, whoa. That's the masculine's advice and encouragement, okay? But it looks like the universe will grant you an opportunity of some kind, even if it's nothing but clearing, okay? Is it necessary that you're gonna get to marry the feminine like you want? Well, that's gonna be between you and feminine. But at least the universe is going to grant you some kind of opportunity if you face your fears here. And not just do shit, argue with these karmics, but go to her. Go to her. Do what's correct, what you're being guided, okay? There looks like you can get you some positive changes. Okay, feminine, what are you being guided to do? The honorable feminines here, that's been dealing with all of this crazy shit. Three of Cups. It says a masculine has codependent toxic family dynamics. That's coming in the reverse. Okay, it looks like there's some kind of reason to celebrate, maybe to focus on the reasons that you have to celebrate, not these codependent energies that are attacking you. With it coming in reverse, this could be indicative that you're not going to need to worry about that. Okay, Three of Cups. Interesting. Oh, okay, this is the feminine portion. Okay, her encouragement. Okay. Good times, happiness is here again. Divine, let's just say shaking my head. Cutting away anything that's not making you happy right now, which would be including worrying about what these energies are doing, these codependent energies that are codependent on these masculines, and as a result, why these individuals are doing what they're doing to you. As you cut away and not even focus on that, this sore loser energy, focusing on those things. Okay, Three of Cups, reason to celebrate. Oh, okay, yeah, anything that's trying to drain your glow up, because maybe you are in glow up energy, and the strategies of these codependent people are to frustrate you and drain you that way. Okay, you all are in positions to continue to still take care of yourself. That hasn't really changed the way they think it has. Okay, but it's just a matter of them trying to make you be overly focused on them by all of their little antics, by getting you upset. Encouragement. Your family is, though, an encouragement for you is that this is being brought to a close and your family is going to pay, okay, for these betrayals that they have co-created with other people for you. Family of liars and thieves. Somebody may be fencing to pass away, though, because you're the legacy. You're being encouraged to know you are the legacy, and whatever this has been here, these clones with the 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, people cloning your essence, cloning your devices, cloning your accounts, NPCs, trying to burden you. They will be paying for this. This is coming to a close, and fairness is, yes, Six of Pentacles. Justice shall be served. They're going to get what they put out in this universe regarding you. And something is being made right. You are focused on attracting and manifesting reciprocal connections and stuff in your life. And these people's strategy is to get you so enamored because they won't leave you alone. To get you so, if you walk over here, I'm walking over here. They're toddlers. These people are toddlers with pussies and dicks. Grown pussies and dicks. Focus on this balance. There's opportunities being presented to you. They also maybe want you to know that something is, like I said in the other reading, you may be relocating as something unfolds, but you're still going to pursue what you're pursuing because you know that running isn't the answer. You still want to expose and sue, okay? Even if you do get this opportunity to move somewhere, you know, you're like, nope, it's too late, but I'm suing because we're not going to play that no more. You ain't finna keep using your connects to follow me around the globe. So we finna just go ahead and nip this in the bud. Yeah, detaching from the situation. Yeah, maybe get out, movement. There could be an apology, like I said, coming to you with this Knight of Cups. Focus on the things that brings you, you know, balance and fairness. They want you to stay focused on their trash here. Yeah, you ain't stuck. Eight of Swords is coming in reverse. They trying to keep you in your head. Yeah. The elites are going to go down. They're in trouble. I told you. What you need to know, these elites are in trouble. Them being able to get their wish fulfillment off of you by torturing you. It says these elites are being demoted for too many violations to you. You know that that's happening. Getting their happiness and wish fulfillment off of you. Them and their families possibly here. You will get your wish fulfillment. You will get happiness here. 9 to the 10. Okay. Keep focusing on those things as best you can. And whoever, it says feminist father ain't shit in the reverse. For some of you, if your father is an elite, if he foul, he's going to be in trouble. If the people he was connected to, they in trouble. Okay. If this is whatever this toxic masculine energy, feminist father ain't shit is what it says here. These selfish people. Yeah. Selfish. Yeah, this whole family of liars and thieves that's been benefiting off of you, off of breadcrumbing you, off of taking from you, blocking you, betraying you, and out of causing endings for you, like a lucrative business. Yeah, this is coming to an end. These elites that's been working with these karmics, these family members. And it's, listen, feminine, this is the perfect place to end it. 3 of Pentacles, all those who have been teaming up against you shall all go down in flames. Period, point blank. They're going to go down together. That's what you need to know. The more you continue to balance out, the more you cut away things that are making you sad, the more you try to adjust yourself to focus even when it's challenging because you got toddlers in your face every day outside of the kids you raising. You know what I'm saying? Basically doing like this, na 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 na. Y'all remember when we were little? And some of us that had siblings or cousins or kids we would play with, and it was always one that was like just annoying. And oh, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. That's what these people are. Because how are you going to ignore somebody with their finger in your face? You're sitting there, and if you get up and move, they follow you around. I'm not touching you. I'm up on all up on your ass in Dollar Tree, but I'm not touching you. Okay? These elites here that wouldn't stop putting in work, that kept trying to hold on to what was yours, that kept trying to benefit off of you, that kept trying to stop your mastery, these ops will lose everything. Everything they keep regaining, they're going to keep losing. Everything they keep gaining off of causing losses, keep losing. Okay? You ain't got to worry about it. Once again, Three of Pentacles, all those who team up against you. So you ain't even got to put no work in, fam. It looks like this is it's done. It looks like this is done. You're going into a new timeline. This is done. And if these motherfuckers keep trying to follow and jump around to these new timelines, they ass gonna get electrocuted. Well, you're walking away from what's not working for you. You're not paying attention. You're walking away from sadness. You see this shit. You're detaching. You're moving on. You're excited. And there's some kind of healing here. Some of you, there's exes coming here. Five of Swords in the reverse. Again, putting people to shame. There are some masculines that's in love with you. Okay, this could be masculines that's learned very important lessons about interference. A King of Swords, possibly that mother issues, that's going through some kind of major changes in a negative way. These people who can't stand to see you happy. Well, this is not going to be a factor anymore. It's going in the reverse. Somebody can't stand to see you happy. And again, Three Pentacles hit the floor. All those who have teamed up against you are going down together. Could be a King of Cups and the Knight of Cups that's coming in, possibly. King of Cups, King of Swords. Okay. As you balance your emotions, think logical, walk away from their attempts to distract your development. These elites are being dealt with, though, and the people they employ. Okay. Boom. From Osiris the cat. Clear my energy one more again. I did something earlier. I'm going to do something. Osiris, what do you want to say to both the masculines and feminines in this reading to help them to be encouraged or lift their spirits? Oh, a little encouragement can go a long way. Oh, so encourage yourself. Encourage each other. Or a little encouragement would go a long way in terms of being able to reconnect with somebody. Find humor, find a reason to laugh in the situation, in every situation. Find a reason. Choose to find some kind of humor and joy. We're not talking about bypassing. We're just talking about looking for the force, whatever that is for you. Be bright, be brave, and be you. Don't let people stop you from being bright, from being brave, from being you. But continue to take care of yourself as a priority. And let all of this negative shit go. Some of y'all may just need a jacuzzi, hot tub, bubble bath, swim, okay, laughter, and of course, you know, a little encouragement, and of course, do the things you're being guided to do. But that'll help you, and that'll take you a long way. Okay.